Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host Nitin Nair. Although we did jump into Southeast Asian mythology with our last episode where we explored the Thai goddess Nang Quak, I figured it's been a while since we had a fantastical beast being featured in our podcast, and what could be more magnificent than a European mythology-based dragon? And today we are going to be looking at a Balkan animal, the seven-headed Kucedra. The Kucedra or the kulshedra is a mythological creature in Albanian mythology that is usually depicted as a large, multi-headed dragon with usually 7 heads. In Albanian mythology, she is usually attacked and defeated by a drangue, a divine being who is regarded as a protector of mankind. In the northern cultures, the Kucedra is believed to have the ability to take possession of the moon and the sun. In southern traditions, however, the Kucedra is described as a massive serpent who could destroy the world. She is also believed to require human sacrifices to avoid disasters. The Kucedra's first stage is the bolla, a creature that appears to have the appearance of a water and cosmic serpent. Its eyes stay shut for the whole year except during St. George's Day, which is when it will devour anyone on sight. The bolla will eventually morph into kulshedra if it lives many years without being seen by a human. The bolla and the ershaja are intermediate forms of the serpent that have undergone various morphological changes. In other European cultures, the Kucedra is depicted as a lizard, a turtle, or a male eel. The kulshedra can also be portrayed as a woman who hides her true nature. According to folk beliefs, the villages where the kulshedra lives have great economic success, especially in agriculture and livestock. She absorbs by her breath foodstuffs from everywhere and her village thrives, while the affected villages become poor and do not prosper. Although it's widely believed that the kulshedra are female dragons in a multi-headed serpent form, they are also known to have pendulous breasts which touch the ground and is covered in red woolly hair, have a long tail, and also possess 7 to 12 heads. Its milk and urine are considered to be poisonous, and it can also breathe fire. The Kucedra is popularly known as the kulshedra in many parts of Albania, and is even sometimes the most prominent name. The Kucedra is often considered a storm demon. It is believed that its presence can cause water shortages and other natural disasters. To pacify it, humans are often sacrificed. In the southern portion of the country, the Kucedra are referred to as an enormous female serpent that can destroy the whole world. In the northern regions, the Kucedra are believed to possess the moon and the sun. Saint George and Saint Elias, originally the Old Testament prophet Elijah, have both stories in which they fight and defeat a bolla or a kulshedra. Saint Elias in particular is identified in some regions with a drangue and is also a weather god and provides protection against storms and fire. There are many modern researchers who claim that these dragons, which are intrinsic to different parts of Europe, are in actuality just one creature with different names and different versions that the locals have given them in their stories, myths, and folklore. Although we do not have definite proof to prove this, but the fact that different stories have different characters that play a huge role in the mythology, it is safe to assume that all these different characters developed independently of each other, but with a certain amount of influence from the neighboring countries and their mythology. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Mythlok. This is your host, Nitin Nair, signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.